There it is, folks. Sun's shining a little bit brighter on the Sabres now. It is 8 in a row. We're on our way to try and make it 9. We got Fabian in the house. We're trying to take down Ovechkin. This isn't easy. How do you take down an elephant? One bite at a time. Time to chomp.
All right, another day, putting in the work. Sabres hosting the Caps. Let's go 9-0. Let's stay hot. Let's have some fun, baby. Taking care of business all day. All right, pre-game plans were to go to Adolph's, but we got a late start. And if you've ever tried to go to Adolph's on a game day, you know it's not happening unless you get there early. Little audible. Go to Gene McCarthy's. Great drinks, obviously. Finally have the wings. I haven't had the wings in years, a long time. Get medium. I have to say, couldn't do a wing review, it's too packed in there, but wing sauce, a little too pedestrian. Now, who I don't expect to be pedestrian tonight are the Buffalo Sabres taking on the Caps. Let's go. Guy in front of me in a Tuck jersey. Let's go. Let's get in there. Here we go. Get the flip going. Got the Barnaby. Got the Tuck over there. Bang. The legend of Beck Malenstein continues. An absolute beauty of a behind the back pass for a goal scored by Carrick. I mean, come on. We need shirts of this immediately. Malenstein.
boys going nuts here in the blue zone. Great first period. I mean, the kind that you live for, Don. Could have easily been 2 or 3 nothing. The James clappers at the end were cinema. It's still only 1 nothing. Though. Makes you nervous.
Yeah, I mean, UPL didn't get tested much, but when he did, made a couple big saves there.
A couple big saves made me nervous on the one that they banked against the boards. But just keeping the pressure on. This can easily become 2 to 3 nothing quickly, and we'll be on the road to 9.
TCB. Take care of business.
Sabres have been the better team for basically 70-80% of this game, but now Capitals are getting a little bit of a push here at the end. A couple loose pucks, dangerous.
All right, so tie game 1-1. About 7 minutes left in the second period. Buffalo looks slow. After dominating the first period, they have looked very slow, very sloppy. Just took a penalty. We're going on the power kill though. And if we get Alex Tuck out there on the power kill, you know what might happen. Also vibes are high because the season ticket holder of the game said his favorite player was Hasek. And you know, we got that thing on.
I want a hot dog.
3:19 left in the second period. Still tied 1-1. Hey, we're out shooting them. All right, so Sabres power play 3:19 in the second period. We're out shooting them 1-1. Okay, so Sabres power play coming in hot. 3:19 left in the second period. We're out shooting them 24-8, and it's tied 1-1. Gotta take care of business, right?
Two minutes to go in the game, Jerry. Oh no.
44. Capital cycling. Loop.
Loose puck.
It's out front.
Another situation where Owen Power way smaller than he is, and people aren't happy. There's some real harsh language coming down for Owen Power after that.
Not just trying to cope, definitely due for that loss. Hate to see it after winning after the first period and kind of dominating for the most part the first 30-40 minutes, but just need to regroup and get ready for Saturday against Toronto. That simple.
Not happy with the result. Thought the Sabres fans deserved better. Yeah. But go Sabres. We'll see you next time.
We all need a place where we can be ourselves, somewhere you can leave all your worries on the shelf, and whether you win or lose, you can count on me, and I can count on you. You know this train never stops. This train never stops. You know this train never stops. This train never stops. You know this train never stops. This train never stops. You know this train never stops. You know this train never stops.
Folks, welcome in and happy Friday the 13th.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, things are getting a little spooky here in the studio. Yeah, now, I mean, we behind the scenes here, we just had a monitor go kaboom, kapow, for sure. Shout out everybody tuning in here. Trainwreck today, Heard of Buffalo, Trainwreck Sports. While we gather our stuff behind the scenes, myself, Maniac. We've got Slick L. We've got producer Don. We've got Pop Culture Nick on standby. But we've got a huge day to get into. Obviously, Sabres, unfortunately, coming off an L, Don. A game where they led after one. A game where a lot of people felt like they were dominating most of the 30, 40 minutes of the game. And then they kind of let it off the hook. Let them off the hook.
Yeah. I thought the first period, I could have easily been 3-zip. We were getting good shots. Credit to their goalie where it's due. He was playing great. And then it seemed like second period, we were still controlling the game. I wouldn't say dominating, but still controlling it. And then about halfway through, we let up that goal early, and it just seemed like we slowed down from there, got a lot sloppier. And they were, maybe the boys were just a little tired from this stretch of games, but no excuses. And then third period just couldn't get anything going. And let up a late goal when that's a game they really should have gotten at least a point out of. And I think if they make it to overtime, their speed wins them that game. So just a disappointing ending because it's really one that shouldn't have slipped through your fingers.
Definitely should have slipped through their fingers. Also a boring game relative to the last couple for certain. An absolute snoozer. So not as much really to talk about. Like when you're thinking about it, like one of the highlights of the game is like, Tage Thompson tried to rip 5 one-timers in like a 20-second period, things like that. We had, and part of Slick, why I'm not so upset or anything like that is that essentially you get a situation where I don't, UPL let up 8 goals on Sunday, but he felt like he was kind of bailing us out last night in the third period a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there were opportunities the Capitals had, Sabres had as well. This is, like you said, boring game, not characteristic of the Sabres. It felt like if we weren't anticipating enough that letdown spot against San Jose, this was another one of those slow gear, minus 200 favorites where you should clearly get 2 points out of this, and you let the Capitals get back in it and win, even though you have the chances going down the stretch. I thought Don made a great point because Lindgren played a hell of a game, and obviously that really came in important down the stretch there, especially like you mentioned, the Tage 5 one-timers back. Sabres really got to do something about the power play, in my opinion, because had a bunch of those, couldn't capitalize on any, it felt like.
Yeah, but a bright spot, our guy, our star, Malenstein. I mean, what an incredible pass on that first goal. Just a behind-the-back no-looker that finds Carrick.
Unbelievable. I thought we had entered like a spaceship era of the Buffalo Sabres when that play was made. I mean, Malenstein with a whoop-de-doo, and then he kind of like did like a hook and ladder alley-oop to Carrick with the easiest tuck-in, that he'll have in his career. I mean, what a play that was. Yeah, Playmaker back. We were going nuts.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's really, really going to be a star. I keep saying it. I got to get a T-shirt made for him because it really does seem like he can do it all. He can hit. He can score. He had an amazing goal against the San Jose Sharks. He can fight. He can pass. And not only that, apparently he's a speedster because did you see he broke the acceleration record?
I was shocked. They were saying 29 miles per hour?
24.9. I think he broke
there was
another
a 9
record.
in there. I don't look silly because but that was unbelievable. Like if you to put a gun to my head, and I always love to say this, and you said, name the Sabre who skated the fastest this season, he wouldn't have been in my first 5 or 8 easily. There's no shot for Malenstein. So I like to see that your guy Malenstein's moving with some speed. The thing that also, I'm just going to kind of rant about last night's game. I don't think anyone's too pissed, right? We just went 8-1 last night.
Get it out.
I think also we kind of got let off the hook against Tampa Bay, if that sounds crazy. We were down 2 with 10 minutes to go. They had scored 6 in 20 minutes. Typically you lose that game. It was kind of surreal to win it. So all things even out in the end. You lose to the Capitals and Ovechkin doesn't even have a point?
No.
That hurts.
No,
that hurts.
No, but he buried Owen Power.
He did bury Owen Power, like a lot of fans wanted to do.
That kind of says that kid's play overall, just not playing strong enough, not playing big enough. And Ovechkin, he's been known to throw the weight around. I'm not saying you got buried by a small guy. He's a big, he's a unit of a guy, but he is a little old. And, to just get caught caught off guard and hit off your feet. And we got to say it again. This is kind of led to what to expect from him in front of the net. Minute 30 left. Guys are whacking away at a loose puck, and he's puck watching, he's stick slapping, everything except for taking the body. It goes in. And if you thought some people in my section were brutal on Owen Power on Tuesday against the Sharks, I couldn't put it in the vlog.
You're okay?
I'm so sorry.
I couldn't put it in the vlog.
All right. Folks, thank you for sticking with us. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram. Listen, it's Friday the 13th. Things are getting you see it in a sitcom, like a piece of furniture moves. You're like, well, what special effect artist is pulling that? There's no special effect artist here. We have our producer, Rachel, getting attacked by equipment. We can't have that happen here, okay? So we made sure that the studio was locked down. Hilbert, we are secure. We are ready to lock into the weekend. It's Friday, February 13th. When things get a little spooky, you can't be frazzled, Slick.
We might need to get like a medium in here or something to,
Maybe that can be next week. Yeah, with the incense, what do they do?
I don't want to jump to conclusions, but I think I know who's responsible.
Oh, no.
Oh.
I mean...
Damn you, Cheech.
Yeah, we've all known and heard the rumors that Chihuahuas hold ancient powers of wisdom and cast spells and stuff. So I think because we didn't acknowledge her at the top of the show, she's licking. I think we're good for the rest of the show.
We have the great Cheech with us in studio. What do you got?
This is such a huge problem. I don't know if a medium's going to solve it. We might need a large.
Yeah.
So mad. All right. Well, speaking of, obviously, we hope that Sabres problems from last night, a little stagnant offense, and then obviously late game non-clutchness doesn't permeate into a larger problem for them. Obviously, Don, you have informally invited me to the game tomorrow on Saturday. Am I still in, or how's John feeling?
So I have meant to send you this text yesterday.
Oh, no. Live on the show?
Yeah, no. John's back in.
I feel like I just got broken up with on The Bachelor.
But the text, you're going to... I wanted to post it, but it's kind of crazy because he was like, I got way too excited after the Tampa Bay game, and then there's something else he says. I don't want to have a HIPAA violation, so I'm going to keep his medical issues to himself.
But
he's good to go. He's good to go.
He's good to go. To be honest, I appreciate it.
Gaethje says we should blame Owen Power for the things going wrong today. I'm on board. I think we're all on board with that.
If Owen Power could have been holding up that display and just making sure we had our pregame waters and everything. If he could be
a little more physical in front of the net, maybe things would be going well today.
I'm glad. And the thing is, that's why you have an Owen Power, so you could have someone to shoulder that burden for sure.
And then we also got Student Body Prez. Very excited for Friday FaceTime. Hey, we got a fan of the segment. Go. Yeah. All right. Yeah, and we're gonna give him a shout later, right, about some potential breaking bills. But we'll see.
we got some breaking bills basically coming up. Logan Stanley, though, real quick, are you nervous? It's kind of like an iffy game yesterday. Penalty, the puck control doesn't look like. I'm chalking that up to he's a huge dude and needs to work and getting like some practice reps with these guys, but it was tough to see.
Yeah, I mean, he tripped over his own feet like behind the net one time.
That was rough.
Everyone was just kind of like, what the hell? I don't know what's going on in that end of the ice because it's the same end where Rasmus dove head first into the boards when no one even laid a finger on him. But yeah, rough stuff. I thought the penalty was, it was a hook, but it was, it was a little weak. But yeah,
agreed.
Not good.
I do agree.
But he had a bad game after getting people hyped on Tuesday with the fighting. So.
We kind of got a weak one back, though, with that hook on Owen Power. That the broadcast even thought Owen Power was going to the box for hooking, and then ended up being on him later in the game.
Yeah, that was interesting. The ref called the penalty because the Sabres had the puck, and he goes, "That's my bad." The ref, it was crazy. I've never seen the ref do that.
Yep.
So interesting little notes to the Sabres game again. Hopefully, get a bounce back. I'm sure if you want a raucous arena, just get there tomorrow night, and it'll be raucous as well tonight for the Banditos. But our other Buffalo squad, we got C.J. Gardner-Johnson. CJGJ is a Buffalo Bill. I've only watched the film from his previous season. Guy seems like a dog, though. Everyone seems happy about this signing.
This is the first Bills free agent signing. I feel like there's been a consensus, like this is happy. It's giving hope. I'm very happy in terms of what I wanted out of the defense, Brandon Beane signing as well. I think on the forecast, I said I wanted Beane to go after the DB positions next. Obviously, losing Teron Johnson was huge there. And Cole Bishop stepping up into that role needs a little bit of help. But yeah, people seem to be in the consensus that this guy's a dog. He seems happy to be here. Recently just tweeted out number 22 as well. Looks like
he tweeted out 22. He also kind of announced this signing, like no insider really broke it. And then he tweeted out the picture of Josh Allen with a diamond grill. And that was kind of like the announcement of the deal, which was kind of unbelievable.
Great way to introduce yourself to the fans. I mean,
he knows his audience for sure. So I think that this could be a guy legitimately who could be the favorite person on defense for everyone.
This is a guy.
Now this is a guy. for sure.
Yeah, and then the Josh Grill and having players tweet that out, it kind of goes in line with what we were talking about. Joe Brady taking over, things maybe loosening up, getting a little more swagger in this locker room, not being so tight. I think he's a guy that brings it too. He's a little bit spicier of a player, and like you said, Slick, you and Gatesy said defense. I thought about it more after that show, and I think I'm actually more in favor of beefing up the defense than jumping on the wide receiver train like everyone else. Because again, you look at the playoffs, we're putting up 30 points a game. Not really an issue. It's the kind of the other side of the ball. So I'm hyped. Bean might be back. The quit bitching shirts might be back.
I think those shirts are going to see another light of day for sure.
No! Does he have it?
No, does he?
Quit your bitching, boys. Bean is back.
Yep.
We got the new numbers. Ray Davis 7. Nobody saw this coming. He's going to a single-digit number. Greg Rousseau going to 15. Greg Rousseau going to 15. The college number, Slack.
Yeah, college number. Yeah. For insiders, Ray did tell me he was looking to go to something more towards his college number. Obviously, he wore 2 and 1 in college. Not really available. Nothing down. The 7, didn't necessarily see that coming. Wow, though, back to the U number.
Yeah, Gregoire to 15.
Did not see that coming.
I mean, I will say that when you're a defensive end and you're in the teens, that's like those are stud only numbers, like a single digit or so. So he's got to live up to that 15 at the NFL level. I'm sure Gregoire will. T-Bass to 16. That was a little surprising, but you know what? He needed a rebrand. T-Bass needed a rebrand. The underlying stats, the underlying product on T-Bass. 6 for 6 on field goals over 50 yards in 2024. He didn't play all of last year. Everyone just remembers the KC kick. Like, I get it. But he's more than that, and we're going to need him for more than that. What about the Miami winner, 60-yarder? People forget that one, 61 yards. That was cinema.
Buzzer beaters slide in the snow.
Yeah.
I got a couple base players that are going to be bummed out because they're like, ha, bass, but it's about the same as base. I played base.
Yes.
I'm going to buy this jersey now. They got to get another one.
I kind of forgot we had Mecole Hardman Jr., so I'm not going to lie. We signed him like kind of late in the year, like the season.
I totally forgot.
Then we have playoff Mecole. He gets the first touchdown in Denver.
Yep, that's right.
So we were going nuts, but yeah, so he's going with the number 1. That's a swagger move as well. Emmanuel Sanders had the 1. So
yeah,
see if he can look. I mean, if
one has swagger. I'm still like, I don't know. You know what I really think would be a vibe change? Is I hate to say it.
But
if Keon changed from 0.
That would be a good vibe. If he went to 80, he should go to 80.
Yeah,
it would show that he had matured.
I'm just not a 0 we've seen in the NBA for a long time. You got some household names like Gilbert Arenas, I think was 0. He was great.
Jason Tatum.
Haven't really seen any good 0s in the NFL though. It's a different vibe. I'm not a fan of the 0 in the NFL. But hey, if he doesn't need it to change up the vibes, and he's then I'm all for it. We'll see. But Keon, if you're watching, I think you'd look good in 80. I think you'd look good in 80, bro.
I know Agent Paul can make a number change happen, so it's not like he hasn't before.
Yeah, listen, sometimes you want to go back and change something, but let's go back right now. Before we go back, real quick, we had a little breaking news in the overnight. Breaking potential news, snooze. Student Body Right, do champions.
Yes.
Typically in the know about the equipment of it all, saying there could be a new 3rd jersey that fans haven't seen yet for the season. This makes sense to me. We got the white jersey last year that everyone hates now because we lost that game. People say you're kind of like not allowed to wear it. I don't know. I never see you guys in yours, so it's kind of like a little fan base thing.
It's kind of like bad juju. I'm probably
that's what I'm saying. The juju,
at least for last season
between the game.
At least for last season, I'll give it some wear and tear next season for sure. But yeah, I mean, it was hard to wear that after that Patriots loss for sure.
Yeah, I might just have to give that one away to one of the neighborhood kids. That like maybe doesn't even watch football, but they know who Josh Allen is.
In terms of
because if you do watch football, I don't know if you'd want that jersey.
That's what I'm saying. People literally call you out if you're wearing that jersey, like the rest of the season.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So it'll be interesting to see how it's treated this year. But yeah, real quick, if you could get one thing out of a new jersey, what's maybe one asset? Do you want a certain color? Do you want like I want something like I want something monochrome. I think they're gonna do like too much with it. Like I'm assuming with this New Jersey, but I like the you couldn't read the players' numbers last year on those jerseys on the field. That was kind of an issue, but
Yeah.
I want something like just like monochromatic almost that would look sleek. I like the Stormtrooper outfits.
Yeah, the all white is cool, obviously, but I maybe play into the color rush a little bit. I don't know. I really like our jerseys as is. I did love the old school AFC classics with the different striping on the shoulder, the single striping, I believe it was, and the old school white ones as well. Obviously, can't wear those at home necessarily, but Don, how about you?
I want to go the complete opposite way than you, Maniac, unfortunately. I want us, we've seen the navy blues like during the drought, and now we're all about the royal blue. I want to go light. I want to go pastel, like icy blue. I want to go like more of a pastel baby blue. If you remember when we wore the red helmets, we were wearing those throwbacks, which is like a lighter, less sharp blue than the Royals. I want to go that blue, but make it even lighter. Yeah, with some red accents.
I would love red accents on the jersey.
Not as light as like the powder blue that San Diego has, but like between that and the throwbacks we wore against the Jets. That's what you guys know this about me. I'm a bright color guy. I'm a pastel color guy. Really would match my eyes well. So.
Dare I say a return to royal?
A return to royal, yeah.
Return to royal could play for sure.
Pat McMahon, give me a new red jersey. I like the original reds, but I'd love a new take on it. All right. So we got some color
Maybe
takes.
a red with some blue accents could be. I don't know. I thought the old red ones, everyone's like the candy canes. It'll be interesting what the white legacy goes down as.
Yeah, it will be interesting what the white legacy goes on as continues. Speaking of continues, we are going to hit the absolute throttle on the second half of the show. Trainwreck today. Make sure you're following Herd of Buffalo, Trainwreck Sports as we go ahead. Bills really just Hamlin presser last year and Bosa and Palmer getting introduced. I hate to say, not looking back very fondly on those pressers now, given how those players are. Again, you appreciate the player, the person, but nothing much. By the way, of course, our Flashback Friday sponsored by William Matar Law Offices. We don't have a win recent. We do have a win recently with the Sabres. 2023, 4-3 over Leafs. Tuck with 2. So if I recall, no, that was pretty into the season with Tuck. Like we had him for a little bit by then. So that wasn't necessarily a coming out party.
Too, right? Yeah.
2011 when we were making our playoff run, 6-2 win over the Senators there. And 2022, 5-2 over the Leafs. We had a little run in 2022 once Granato took over, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, it sounds
like we
right.
we kind of gassed up a little bit against the Leafs. And 21-22, we didn't do anything. 22-23 was the year where we made that potential playoff run. But going forward into wrestling, so this is just great. We have The Rock putting his career on the line for the chance to go to Mania, and then Vince Kennedy McMahon, redacted, he should not be named, returns, hits everyone with a steel chair, sends The Rock to WrestleMania, plays in Bedlam. People just love The Rock going to WrestleMania. It's like, you got to understand that.
People do love The Rock going to WrestleMania. They're still clamoring for it ever since he showed up to hit his forearm and then dipped out after turning John Cena heel. But also on this day, same card, can't play it. I did hyperlink it, hoping could, not going to. Bubba Ray Dudley, the infamous powerbomb of Mae Young off the Monday Night Raw stage through multiple tables, taking her out of the wheelchair already in a neck brace. I mean, how old was she when she did this?
I want to say 60 or 70-year-old woman.
At least, yeah. And then obviously Bubba Ray giving the stare into space that only a mother
that dark
can love.
Look for sure. He's going to that dark place. 2004, running through some the 2000s, we got AJ Styles defeating CM Punk. That's something we got to go back and watch.
Yeah, absolutely. This card, Ring of Honor, at our best. AJ Styles beating CM Punk and Ricky Steamboat guest refereeing. I mean, Punk talks highly about Ricky Steamboat. You saw him come into AEW for that small stint there, but yeah, this is absolutely something.
So
we have
in
to run back.
2011, the Sabres were netting a win over the Senators 6-2, and we were having that match at TNA Victory in 2011. Kind of crazy.
The right thing was
Sad.
done.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The right thing was it's just
Yeah.
more sad than anything.
For sure. I mean, like, neither guy liked the result either. You saw
Neither guy was happy, for sure.
You saw Sting was walking
Crowd
back up the
wasn't
ramp.
happy, for sure. Can you imagine being in the crowd?
The crowd was chanting bullshit, and I think Sting famously turned to the camera and said, "I agree," as he was walking back up the ramp. One of the few good calls Eric Bischoff may have made from the back.
Agreed, for sure. You had the first SmackDown from the Performance Center, kind of a crazy era. I remember Triple H with the camera filming Michael Cole, like little things like that.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that became a whole meme,
we gotta get that clip for
Yeah,
sure.
no doubt.
But yeah, and then happy birthday, Matt Jackson. So you got a lot going on there. Don, things are also strumming on the music side of things.
Yeah, we had Eric Clapton officially quits the Yardbirds. Now, if anyone knows their history, the Yardbirds was kind of this. I mean, they weren't as big as Eric Clapton solo or his own group he went on to form, or the next guitarist that replaced him, Jimmy Page, who goes on to make Led Zeppelin. They were kind of the stepping stone that got a lot of great guitarists through their door. But 1965, he quits, moves on, releases his own thing that will soon become the album he writes for George Harrison's wife, Layla, before he steals her. Who was supposedly his best friend. So if you don't know that, yeah.
There's no wife like your best friend.
Yeah, Eric Clapton was obsessed with George Harrison's first wife. Wrote Layla, got me on my knees. That song,
yeah, it's a banger.
There's some great memes where it's like George Harrison's like, "Oh, great, my buddy Eric came out with a new song. Let's hear it." And it's just about stealing his wife. So, but hey, he held no hard feelings. They remained friends somehow. Speaking of Beatles and George Harrison,
remaining friends is crazy. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it's nuts.
It is.
Cuck?
Yeah, no,
New level of cock.
It's a different time. Apparently, it's like that wasn't the girl I wanted anyway. So you're taking.
You can have her.
You can have her. Yeah. Speaking of the Beatles, 1968, Lady Madonna. This is kind of in their period when they're releasing some like random singles that don't belong on an album, and this is one of them. Rain was one of them. This song's a piano banger with Paul on the piano.
What was the best out of this burst of songs they released? What got the most herald or acclaim?
It's hard to say. They because after their career, they came out. They have that album One, and it's all the singles that like weren't on albums.
Yeah.
So it's like a double CD. Lady Madonna's up there.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought the album was named One because they were all #1 hits.
Maybe that's what it was.
I might be a dumbass.
No, I mean,
a big dumbass.
It might have been. It might have been
I
one.
had no idea why it was called that.
It might have been. Well, some of them. Okay. You're right. I'm actually wrong. Those were ones on albums. Trying to think of what.
There you go.
Okay.
Listen, I'm saving my music guy here.
You know what? I'm going with
Maniac W.
I'm going with Rain.
So this would have been like a
Psychedelic song.
mixtape in the modern era, right? Like basically because they didn't have enough for an album. Is that how that works?
I mean, these #1s, I think.
Well,
the ones were already on albums.
You mean
the ones
this,
were already
yeah.
He's talking about the random end of career
for sure.
songs.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, they
like
also did it
dedication,
earlier in their career. Like
Yes.
they came out with Penny Lane, and then they like the Magical Mystery Tour album is kind of them just like throwing a bunch of shit together that they had already been released. With
Kind of what happens
unreleased.
too when you're on psychedelics.
Yeah. And then 2006, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I mean, we got some incredible inductees.
Some famers.
Black Sabbath, R.I.P. Ozzy, Blondie, Miles Davis, kind of wild. Miles Davis, I wouldn't really say is a rock and roll guy, but they kind of expanded their genre. Skynyrd, Sex Pistols, Herb Alpert, famous blues guitarist, and Jerry Moss. So that's wraps up our music.
I'm not extensively spoken on Herb Alpert and Jerry Moss, but they had to be so cool to be inducted with Black Sabbath, Lynyrd Skynyrd, and Sex Pistols.
Yeah.
just those names, like those are
it's insane.
fucking Rushmore.
Yeah.
So like, I
It's
mean,
a
like
gauntlet.
to go in as your just like normal name, it's freaking dope.
Yeah, ridiculous.
So great Flashback Friday. They brought to our friends at William Matar Law Office. We are going to get into some Banditos action later. We got the Colorado Mammoth. Banditos looking to make it 3 straight. So that will be a nice chance for the
Keep those
Banditos to
playoff
continue.
hopes alive.
Well, they're in the playoffs by the end of today, but yeah, need to solidify that positioning for sure.
Need a
But
W.
that's not the only craziness. We got UMass upsetting undefeated Miami of Ohio yesterday. It was telling the spread was only 7.5. First game of a conference tournament. The team's been undefeated all year.
Yeah, and UMass hasn't been all that thrilling either. I know I've bet on them a couple times, only to be done a little dirty.
You think Miami sneaks in?
You have the opportunity for the ultimate cinema, and someone said this, you should take 17-14 Auburn and put them against Miami, Ohio in the play-in.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
And this would also be funny enough. Another team with the different Miami school
Yes.
making it in. If you remember the football, and then me and Slick facing off tonight.
This is pretty big for seeding.
It's a big
This is
one.
going to be very big for seeding
Very
in the
big.
conference or in
Yeah.
the NCAA tournament because we're all in.
Yeah.
We're all in the tournament, but going to be big for seeding.
Indeed, I think what we have right now, Don, I hold a 3 and you a 5 or something along those lines.
In the Big 12 seeding.
Yeah,
I said that sounds
1 and
right.
3.
Maybe it's
No,
4 and 3, or it might be 3 and 2.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
3 and 2 because the 1 seed would face the lower one. But yeah, spreads at 6. Don't feel good about that, but let's sort it out on the court.
All right.
Uh-oh.
All right. Okay. All right. I just got the call from the execs. We're going to releasing today's FaceTime Friday as a standalone segment after this show. So we're going to be taking those calls
Love
in
it.
private, releasing them to you. We want to make sure you get to enjoy that full segment just so we can get our man in the house today. And that man is none other than pop culture Nick Polinsky.
Hold on, we gotta
What's
hit
up?
the
Welcome
music.
back. There he is.
This is the most exciting part of my week, guys. I'll tell you who's not having a very good week. Mr. Timothy Chalamet.
Not having a good week.
Why? He's
So-
White Boy of the Year.
Well, he might be White Boy of the Year, and this might cost him an Oscar.
Oh no!
So, Timothy Chalamet recently did
fuck
like
is
a
Oscar?
town hall with Matthew McConaughey, where he says that he doesn't want to be in movies or part of art forms that it's like, hey, we're struggling to keep this thing alive, specifically naming ballet and opera, if you can believe such a thing.
Did they address the dump again?
They did not address the dump, but
Yeah, I thought this was a pretty shitty showing already for Chalamet.
Right.
But it turns out
and
there's
McConaughey, who
there's
left the
another
dump,
turnaround
is
corner.
trying to shut him up, and he just keeps going.
Talk about a coming of age experience for
Yeah,
Timothy
seriously.
Chalamet.
So everybody is looking at Timothy like, oh, come on, dude, your mother was a ballet dancer. Pretty screwed up thing for you to say. And everybody is weighing in on this. So Doja Cat disses Timothy Chalamet.
she did a hokey pokey.
He really did. She said, oh my God, like Timothy, this was such a shallow thing to say. We thought you were an artist.
Timothy Chalamet.
Yes.
Oh.
Then, it's good. Then like an hour later, she posted, it's like, yeah, I was really just virtue signaling. I've never been to an opera ballet. I just saw an opportunity to get attention by criticizing Chalamet. I think it's really funny that she's
I like Doja Cat.
just immediately backtracked.
No, like, you know, that's why whenever you make a statement, if you release a note tab thing, if you do the video, you got to go 100%. You got to make sure that you're not, because when you backtrack, well, then nothing you say means shit.
It is quite funny because she probably had the justification to do it and people would have sided with her. So just kind of a complete self-own. As far as Timothy Chalamet goes, other people are weighing in. His high school principal put out a statement
What?
from LaGuardia High School and it's like, Timothy, you know we're all rooting for you, but from a school of artists, you should know that's not a cool thing to be doing. Imagine being like a fucking world famous actor. and you're getting
Is
called to the
literally like a
principal's office.
WWE wrestler, though. This is like LA Knight being like, I would never go to the bingo halls. Like, fuck that. like I don't want to, like, nobody should ever be breaking their neck for like 20 people.
To be honest, though, LA Knight at a bingo hall would be like a great
It
vignette
will be,
for
but you
WWE.
get what I'm saying, that he's just basically saying, like, yeah, like, and I think
Yeah, he's going
that
after a niche.
and it always, you know, it's a lot easier for him, you know, atop his ivory tower of, like, you know, superstardom, you know, almost worth $1 billion to be like, you know, doing that, Nick. But
Yeah.
He caught himself in a corner for sure, and not a good time. Let's face it, Adam Sandler had a better Oscar season than Timothée Chalamet.
For sure.
So
And
far.
my favorite is Polymarket is now like, is he going to win an Oscar? And they put on like, I forget what the song they used in Marty Supreme was, but they did an opera performance of it with ballet dancers. So everybody has got something to say about Timothée Chalamet. I'll tell you who else has something to say. I want to hit you with my favorite quote of the week. It comes from Ethan Hawke. A reporter asked him his thoughts on eating in bed.
Oh.
You know, like a breakfast in bed situation.
Yeah.
Ethan Hawke says, I have some confidence at this game, and let's see. This is the question. Is it bad to eat in bed? Incredibly vulgar things are going through my brain right now. I like to eat in bed, but I don't like food.
I knew he was going to do something.
Incredible showing from Ethan Hawke.
Who says that?
Why would you say that to a reporter? It's really funny. I think probably makes me respect him more as like a person, but I
think
think
the experience of, said John Cena saying that to a child at one point.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, well, my experience in this regard is that these stars tend to reach a certain limit where they're just like, I'm done with like being like anything like fake or anything. I just want this to be over.
I'm just gonna say whatever
and they're
comes
just
on
gonna
my
say
brain.
whatever comes to their mind, and that's where they're at.
I mean, it's better than the reverse that DJ Khaled has done, where he's like, absolutely not.
No,
I will never do that.
It's gay. What could be less gay than that? But anyway, I have one final point I want to make.
A man expert.
Popcorn buckets. We've just revealed the commemorative popcorn bucket for Devil Wears Prada 2.
Can I ask you a question? Who started this commemorative popcorn bucket?
I'll tell you exactly. So it's my favorite image of the week because it's incredible craftsmanship.
Which one are we bringing up? The new one?
Devil Wears Prada one.
Okay.
Oh, DWP2 got one?
Yeah,
Oh,
look at this. That is incredible craftsmanship. That is my favorite image of the week, specifically just because of how happy it makes me. That's great. I'll tell you who did start the commemorative popcorn bucket trend. Dune 2.
Yeah.
Don, let's pull that up. So this went viral because it really does look like a sex toy.
Popcorn sex toy, yeah, I remember this.
Pussy.
And it was like, hey, get the popcorn with like the extra butter, right? But no, so this started the popcorn bucket trend.
I think they said that.
Commemorative popcorn buckets have been around for a while, right? Like these going on. I've got like a 2017 Star Wars one from The Last Jedi, but it's like a bucket. It's like something you can actually use again.
What is it?
It's literally like a tin bucket or like a metal bucket with like the branding on it. So it like says Star Wars Last Jedi. It's got like Rey on it and Kylo Ren and stuff.
Oh, sweet.
So it's kind of cool. Producer Rachel has one from when the Eras Tour came to movie theaters. So they're useful.
Was that one a bag too?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how much it was.
No. What was it?
Oh, it's just a popcorn bucket with a poster on it.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
It's not like a crazy thing.
All
then like Dune.
Chalamet's team probably was wondering what is he doing with those comments about.
Very good. Very good.
That was pretty good.
But then Dune puts out this popcorn bucket that encourages you to boink it.
Well,
you have to get people excited about the theaters somehow.
Right, and everybody's doing it. Have we gone too far?
Well, I mean, popcorn has a history with this. We've all seen the comedy sketches where you cut out the
the Dave Chappelle one. The Dave Chappelle one's famous.
And
look, man, it's because now every movie or every blockbuster that comes out has been doing this.
You know, movie theaters used to be a spot in the back where you didn't want to be in the last row unless you were into something, especially
I'm not gonna lie.
Teenagers in high school.
Marty Supreme, like he had a golden opportunity to just do an orange,
like a ping pong ball,
just an orange popcorn bucket.
Right,
that was the whole thing, right? It's orange.
Such a strange thing. There are these hunks of plastic that people are spending $50 for. That
how did they not do orange ping pong ball?
It's a slam dunk.
Complete miss.
Chalamet's too woke when he shouldn't be, and he's asleep at the wheel when he shouldn't be.
It's ridiculous.
Jeez.
Stay in bed.
All right. Anything else you got for us? You got us up to date. Devil Wears Prada 2. When's that come out?
May, I think.
Soon. These movies are coming out soon. Mando and Grogu.
Yeah, looking forward to that as well.
We're getting over this dead period of non-movies.
Yeah,
essentially.
I might be getting a bag.
Oh,
that's huge.
What do you mean?
Like I might go get one of the bags.
Oh,
commemorative
from Devil Wears Prada?
Yeah,
yes.
It refers to the commemorative buckets as bags because Devil Wears Prada was a bag.
It was. It got me sick. I thought you were like, I'm getting like a large chunk of money. And I was like, oh, well, good thing.
We got the biggest hyped one is we got the Odyssey in July, baby.
The Odyssey Chris Nolan. So what will the Odyssey's commemorative bucket be?
Oh, God, I don't know.
It's a great game, by the way.
I like to imagine, like, if it's any indication, I imagine it's probably gonna be like the bottom half of a Roman helmet, but like those are empty on the bottom. So
I would think you'd do something with Trojan horse because that's the beginning.
That's hysterical.
That's a ship
or a ship
Cyclops.
or Cyclops head. I was gonna say Cyclops head with the top. comes off.
Yeah, the helmet is where I'm going just because that's something a lot of other movies have done. I'm thinking like Trojan Horse though would be incredible. And what an incredible end to Pop Culture Corner.
One last for Pop Culture, because you dinosaured last weekend. What would the Jurassic Park commemorative bucket have been back in 1990s?
For the
Barbasol.
first movie.
Oh no, it would. Yeah, it would have been Barbasol.
The Barbasol can.
Would have been Barbasol.
Yeah, that
Oh my
or the
God.
Jeep. Yeah.
To get an actual company on the commemorative bucket. What a
Synergy. That's great.
Synergy slam dunk that would have been. That would have been a bag for sure. Folks, we hope you're going to get a bag this weekend. And if not, just take it easy and have a great one. This has been producer Rachel. We've got Pop Culture Nick joining us. We had Slick on my left. We had Don on the ones and twos.
Shout
we
out
also had
Instagram. Yep.
Cheechstagram.
Lots of spicy comments on the Bills and Sabres and Insta. Love to see the energy.
Christ.
The good thing, listen, people are talking. So we're going to be talking about the Banditos tonight. We got the Sabres tomorrow and much more ahead. So strap in. Let's have a great weekend. And let's start it by having
A good day now.
Happy Friday the 13th. I'm a dog.
I'm a dog.